Hello. Today I'm going to show you the relationship between linear equations and what happens when we change the constant, which is the y-intercept, and what happens when we change the coefficient of x, which is the slope or gradient. As you can see here, I've got this red line. This red line is the equation y equals x. If I add a y-intercept to that, it gives us a parallel line. It's still y equals x, but the plus 2 moves the line up 2, so the y-intercept is 2. Same thing if we go negative and we have the equation y equals minus 3, it moves our y equals x line down 3 spaces. That's what happens when we change the constant y-intercept. Now if I remove those two lines, and I look at what happens when we change the coefficient of x, remembering that the coefficient of x affects the slope of the line. So the red line is our y equals x, which has a rise of 1 and a run of 1. For every 1 up, it goes across 1. We're looking at the red line here, up 1, across 1. So this is the point 3, 3. 3 on the x-axis and 3 on the y-axis. Now when we look at the yellow line, which is the equation y equals 2x, because it has no constant, no y-intercept, it passes through the origin. And you'll see this one has a coefficient of 2. So for every 2 up, rise is 2, run is 1. So that's the point 1, 2. For the rise of 2, we have a run of 1. So this is the point 2, 4. So that's the slope of 2. What happens when our coefficient gets bigger? So if we have a line y equals 6x, again, because there's no y-intercept, no constant at the end, it still passes through the origin, but here we can see that it has a slope of 6. For every 6 up, it goes across 1, and that would continue onwards and upwards. And you can see here that they also continue down below the x-line. So for every 6 down, it goes backwards 1. So that has a slope of 6. Just to reinforce what we've looked at before, the line y equals 6x, if we put in a parallel line, y equals 6x plus 2, you can see that because it's still 6x, the coefficient of x is 6, so the slope is the same as for y equals 6, but the change is in the constant, which is plus 2. So it passes through plus 2. So that's simple linear equations, or graphing simple linear equations in the positive.